Hello everyone and welcome to Biblical Prepping. I'm Judith Garden and this is the prepper portion. Now more often than not you'll be joining me in the mornings when I videotape, but I'm going to take advantage of a little opportunity tonight to share with you a recipe. I've got two different things going at once. I've got our dinner getting ready over here, which is a real simple sausage and mushrooms in olive oil that's going to be sauteing up. After I turn on the burner. The pasta water is ready to go. And we're going to try that handy wooden spoon solution that people claim works. Dumping in our rigatoni that will cook. I have a jar of gravy ready to go right here into the sausage and mushrooms. And in the meantime, while that's cooking, I'm going to whip up a quick recipe for you that uses my cream of whatever soup mix from the video that I've done before. Now the cream of whatever soup mix comes in so handy for something as simple as my recipe for copycat Boston Market style creamed spinach. That's what we're going to have as a side dish tonight on our pasta. Or not on our pasta, with our pasta, my apologies. Now, back in September of this year, I actually made a note to myself because I tried something a little different. So what I'm going to do tonight is actually going to be different than the recipe you find online, but it will be similar. It's still going to use the same ingredients. And I will be doing something just a little bit differently so that it is not quite as runny as a creamed spinach goes. So here we go. What you will need is your jar of cream of whatever soup mix that you have made up and is sitting in your refrigerator. You will need 2 to 4 servings, one 10-ounce bag of spinach. Baby spinach is much preferred, it's more tender, but if you find simply spinach, that works as well, or works also, my apologies. Then you will need 1/2 of a medium onion, diced finely, and 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. You can also use 3 tablespoons of butter, it does make it more rich and creamy, and you will also need some natural sour cream. Now I personally like the Kroger version because it is cultured cream and skim milk with enzymes, and that's it. There's no carrageenan, there's no guar gum, there's no funky gums, there's nothing in it. It's natural. It's also very rich and creamy. And that's where you're going to get your real creamy part of your creamed spinach. So we're going to add the onion. So I have here a handy garlic powder. Sprinkle in, you know us, a little means a lot when it comes to garlic. And I also grabbed my black pepper. Hopefully it won't make me sneeze. There we go. And a little bit of the Himalayan pink sea salt. I don't want it too salty. And the cream of whatever spinach or the cream of whatever soup mix does have salt in it from the bouillon. So we're going to go light on that salt. So now you stir this up until the onions are good and tender. Check our rigatoni. Spill a little water. That's going to be a while, it's pretty hard. We will also be having some fresh bread, which I baked yesterday and the day before. It is just my typical easy peasy, simple bread recipe. I'm going to do another video on that one real soon, just using the basic recipe. I'm going to try and make 3 or 4 different items for you out of one batch of bread dough so that you can see the different things you can make with this simple recipe. I'll be doing that in the next few days. The other day I cooked a loaf of bread. I don't know what got into that loaf of bread. I'll put a picture of it in the video. It was hilarious. It was twice the size it should have been. It was like 2 loaves of bread stacked on top of each other. So we've got plenty of fresh bread left that we will be using to mop up our gravy from our plates tonight. So, alright, as simple as this is, the onions are already done. Next, what we're going to do, I'm going to take 1/4 cup. This is actually a half cup measuring cup, but I've only filled it half full. 1/4 cup of filtered water. Pop that in. And then I'm going to put this entire bag of spinach in this pot. All gone. Now I noticed something interesting about this bag of spinach. It's rather leggy. It's got lots of thick stems. So I'm going to use my handy Chicago cutlery kitchen scissors, and I'm going to chop this up really quick in the pan while it's fresh. Turn that heat up just a little bit to almost medium, and then I'm going to allow it to steam the spinach in here. Now doing it this way rather than how the recipe describes is really nice. It kind of removes a step, and I like the fact that I've removed the step because it seems to make it thicker. So that's going to steam for a bit, and we'll be back when it's ready. For those of you who haven't seen me use these before, this is the Aldi's Priano Rigatoni Authentic Italian Bronze Cut Pastas. You've seen me before do them up in 4 and 5 ounce portions and put them in our food storage. I really love this pasta. The bronze cut makes it just a much nicer, crisper pasta. It's available in the rigatoni, in the small shells, and in 2 other forms, which I absolutely love. All 4 of those cuts of pasta are absolutely wonderful. They hold real tight to your gravy when you have it on there. And of course, when I say gravy, I mean the red sauce, spaghetti sauce to some. So if you can, this is not expensive either. I just paid about 2 brand new bags, and I paid $2.49 for this. And it contains 8 servings. We get about 6 out of it, to be fair. It says that you're only supposed to have 2/3 of a cup dry. We eat a little bit more than that with our dinner usually. So I usually set aside 5 ounces of it as a serving size for the 2 of us. And this is a 16-ounce bag, so it is a full pound. It is great. And for $2.49 for this gourmet style, check it out. It's in Aldi's. It's not an Aldi find. It's right there in the same aisle as you find the inexpensive spaghettis, linguinis, and pastas. And I noticed today they actually had 3 varieties of the Priano bronze cut. One was a linguine, one was a spaghetti, and I cannot remember the 3rd one. So check those out. I need to take a minute to stir the spinach. It's definitely steaming down nicely. Alright, our sausage and mushrooms are ready, so here goes the gravy. Alright, now we're going to turn that spinach down just a little, and we're going to sprinkle in. Now what has happened to the spinach is as it's cooked down, it's released the water from the spinach as well as that little bit of water I put in to steam it. Now we're going to add the cream of whatever soup mix. This will thicken almost instantly. Give you a quick glance inside the pot. See how nice and thick that is? And it is basically done. All I'm going to need to do is leave this for now on the hot burner. And then right before serving, I'll turn it back on simmer, and I will add 1/2 cup of sour cream. It makes it the perfect creamy texture, and it is just like Boston Market's. Our rigatoni's almost done, our gravy's in heating, dinner's almost finished, and like I said, this spinach, this creamed spinach was as easy as could be. I love having that cream of whatever soup mix laying around. Laying around in the refrigerator, it's perfect for so many different things. We're going to have a couple of chilly evenings coming up soon. And on one of those chilly evenings, I'm going to try and toss together cream of asparagus soup, also using this cream of whatever soup mix. I have some dried asparagus that needs to get used up, and I'll be using that as the asparagus soup base to give it that soup, that asparagus flavor. I'm actually going to powder it. And then I have some diced asparagus in the freezer that we'll be adding to it. So we'll be doing that, and I'll show you another great easy recipe, something simple for dinner that you can enjoy with your family. And you can eat it, either eat it as an appetizer or a side dish, or as your full dinner. So that's it. It's as easy as that. The creamed spinach, like I said, is done, except for adding the sour cream and serving. And we're ready to rock and roll. I hope this has blessed you, and I hope that you will remember to turn on notifications, subscribe, and look for the other videos like the one on how to make the cream of whatever soup mix. Blessings and shalom.